So we've looked at using the for loop on arrays, but to really shine, you need to use the for each loop. Honestly, if you have the option, this will probably be your loop of choice. The for each loop can be used with or without an array key, and we'll look at examples of both. So let's start off by creating an array. So we'll say, like, this guy's things to buy. Let's initialize the array. And some of the things, like for example, meat, shredder, claws, that's definitely on my list, as well as a taco sleeping bag. Let's do a couple more. Let's do a tortilla, toaster, and the keyboard, waffle iron, which I wanted for freaking ever. So now we can loop through things to buy array with the for each loop. This for each statement looks like this. So let's go ahead and write a note. For each is the keyword that you're going to use. And you're going to say for each array, which is this right here, as array value. So that's the way you would say it. So for each array as array value, do something in the loop body. This will make a little bit more sense, I guess, once we write it out. But the way you have to think about this is for each array as array value, and that's a value, that's an array value, that's an array value, and that's an array value. Do something, right? So most likely we're going to echo out whatever's inside that array value. So let's go ahead and do it. So for each, that's the way you start it off with the for each keyword. And you'd say things to buy as the array as value. But then we could just echo out the value, which just happens to be each array element. We can go, open it up in the browser, and there we go. It actually looped through and printed out each array element value right there. So it really is as simple as that. You don't have to name the value variable value. You can name it to whatever you want. So for example, let's say we have another array, cars. And inside that, let's say we have Evo, SDI, Supra, and Skyline. We can now loop using the for each loop through each one of these values within the cars array. So we could say for each cars as car, echo car, dot break. So let's go ahead and refresh it real quick. And there we go, Evo, SDI, Supra, Skyline. So pretty simple structure and really simple to actually say it out loud and for it to make sense. Most of the time I name my arrays something plural and then use the singular form as my value in the for each statement. So as you can see, we have cars as plural. So I say for each cars as car, echo car. And it echoes out the value of each one of these array elements. Now we're going to look at a key value pair array, and we're going to follow a similar structure as what you just did, but with a small twist. Instead of the for each statement like this, for each array as array value, we're going to say for each array as key value. And then we're going to do the loop body here. So now we're going to say for each array, so now we have our array as key value. So now we can print out both the key and the value since we're storing them in individual variables. So let's go ahead and create an array that has a key value pair. So I'm going to go ahead and create an array like a to-do list. And there we go. So these are our keys, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and our values are going to be in here. I'm just going to fill these out real quick. Quit my job on Friday. Definitely. This will happen. So subscribe now and watch these tutorials so that I have some sort of income for my family. For Saturday, we're going to try to be more responsible. And for Sunday, panic because nobody's subscribing. So let's go ahead and loop through this right here. So we're going to start off with our for each statement. So we'll start with for each keyword. So for each to-do list as key value, right? Or you can rename this. Well, we'll rename it afterwards. So right now we'll just follow convention. So the key is here. The value is the value right there. We can say echo key dot, and then we'll separate it out with a little colon. So for example, Monday colon dot value dot break. So it's going to say Monday colon eat vanilla pudding out of a mayo jar. I don't know why I'm doing that, but that's on the to-do list. And then break, and then Tuesday Photoshop Waldo, where's Waldo, and send them to friends. Just for fun, so I can laugh. And let's go ahead and refresh, and there we go. We have our little to-do list being displayed from Monday through Sunday. So remember I was telling you can rename this to whatever you want. So as long as you follow this structure, so there's the array as key, and then the little arrow syntax value, echo whatever, right? So we can rename the key if we know what it is. So for each to-do list as day and week, for example, and then the value can be to-do item, right? So then we could copy that, and instead of echo key, we could say day and week, to-do item, we could place that right there. So now it's a little bit clearer to see. I personally prefer the key value syntax, but some people really want to be explicit in what they're saying. So they can say for each to-do list as day and week, go towards to-do item, echo day and week, colon, to-do item. So it does really print out what you're thinking about and what your array is written about. So if we go ahead and refresh it, there shouldn't be any errors, and they're not. And the same thing is displayed. And that's it as far as for each loops go. Perfect for arrays, and I use them all the time.